Hey guys, my Zodiac, and today I am filming the 15 questions tag, and this was a request, so I told you guys I am getting around to my request. This was a request from Chelsea, I think. If I'm wrong about that, I'm sorry, but I think that's who I got it from. It was a while ago, so I'm sorry this is super late, but I am finally getting around to it. So Chelsea, Hawaiian Punch Chelsea, requested this, and I'll put her link in the down bar. So I have the questions here, and I think these are the right questions. This is the only 15 questions tag I could find, so I hope this is right. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I feel like I'm bad at tags because I ramble too much. Tags are not good for people who ramble. Okay, number 1. What do you think you can't do but can? What do I think I can't do but can? I don't know. It's a really hard one. I feel like I don't think I can dance very well, but I think I can dance sort of well, but not really that great. I like to pretend that I'm like the most amazing dancer ever, but I'm really not the greatest dancer. I can like dance pretty standardly, I guess, but as far as it goes with like choreography, I think I'm good, but then when I look in the mirror, I'm not that great. It's hard to explain. I like to do like choreography, dance just for exercise and just for fun because I do it when I get bored. And I can pick it up pretty quickly, but I still just like ad-lib when I don't know the moves, so I guess I'm really not that great at it, but what can you do when you're me? I'm not that great of a dancer. Number 2, what's a difficult word for you to pronounce? There are a few words that they're not difficult for me to pronounce, but I pronounce them weirdly. I can't think of any words that are difficult for me to pronounce, like in general, but I can think of a few words that are hard for me to pronounce correctly, if that makes sense. People always say that I say second weirdly, like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever, because I guess it's supposed to be like second, like I have to like pull my head back, like with an E, but I say it like second with an A, so people always comment on that, and I never really noticed it until people started commenting on it. As well as envelope, I say envelope with a second N, not envelope, because envelope just comes out. I don't know, I'm weird like that. So envelope and second are 2 words that I say pretty darn weirdly. Number 3, what's a favorite TV show from your childhood? I must have been like the only child to watch weird shows when I was younger. When I was younger, like super young, we actually didn't have like cartoons and stuff, so we bought things on like DVD cartoons because we only had one channel on TV. We had a news station on our TV, so me and my sister usually read as a child, but when we did want to watch cartoons, we'd buy them on like DVDs. And if you have taken a look around my room, you can actually see back there my little Hello Kitty bag, and you guys know in general that I have a huge Hello Kitty obsession, and that stemmed from when I was a child. I'd like to think so. I used to watch the Hello Kitty show, and no one knows that a Hello Kitty show existed, so I think I'm like the only child to ever watch that, but I used to watch Hello Kitty as a child all the freaking time. So I love that cartoon, as well as Hamtaro. I loved Hamtaro to death, and like nobody watched that show, and I don't understand how that's possible, because I actually asked people about it in my school the other day, and they were like I asked them, I was like, have you ever like heard of Hamtaro or seen Hamtaro? And they're like, oh, like what is Hamtaro? Like that's the weirdest thing I've ever heard of. I showed them the images, and they're like, Morgan, you're like really weird. So am I the only person that watched Hello Kitty and Hamtaro? Like I think I told my parents that they're what stemmed my like obsession with Eastern Asia, because Hello Kitty's an Asian thing, and Hamtaro is as well. So I told my parents they're at fault for that, because that's basically all I watched as a child. I watched Blue's Clues and Teletubbies and stuff like that, but Hello Kitty and Hamtaro were definitely my favorites. What are your virtues and vices? Why do I feel like I don't know what that means? Okay, so I hate the way that's worded. So what are my virtues and vices? I think I'm interpreting this correctly. I hope so. I'm not like what I think about other people, what I think about myself. Like what are my strengths and my weaknesses? So that's what I'm going to answer. So if I'm doing this wrong and I'm just really stupid, I apologize. I'm not that stupid. I just don't know what I'm doing. My strengths. Let's see. My virtues. That's what virtue is, right? I'm really patient. I'm a really patient person. or at least so I've been told. I'm really like great with kids for that reason. I don't lose my temper very easily. It's pretty hard to anger me, I would say. What else? I'm pretty hardworking. When there's something I want, I'll work pretty hard for it. I think that leads to like my vice that if it's not something that I want, I usually won't work that hard for it. I usually just sort of half crap it and, you know, just do it because I really don't care that much about it. That's why when I'm doing like internships and jobs and stuff, I have to make sure it's something that I love or I won't work my hardest at it. I think that's it's a horrible thing, but it's just something I do. Also, what else? I feel like I can think of more weaknesses than I can think of strengths, and that's not because I don't have a lot of strengths. It's just hard, you know, it's hard for me as a person to sort of talk about my strengths like I'm like this great person when I'm not. But another weakness of mine would be that I'm not very good with groups. I prefer to work alone on projects, on essays, in anything. I just prefer to work alone. It's just sort of a weird habit of mine. I don't know why, but I just don't like working in groups with other people. I'd rather just get it done myself and quickly at that. I guess that is the same as like, it's sort of weird because when I go out in general, I don't like being alone by myself when I like go shopping and stuff. So I like to be with friends when I'm doing that, just not when it comes to like work that I have to turn in. So I don't think that really even answered that question, but I'm gonna hope it did. What's more important, love, fame, power, or money? Love, of course. I'm pretty sure that's like the generic answer that everyone would give. However, I don't want to be, you know, just saying that so people don't think badly of me, but I do think love is extremely important. Like, that's definitely the most important thing in life. If you're not happy, then what's the point? But money is an important thing, and people don't like to realize it, but it's better to have money than to not have money, and, you know, the world goes around with money, as sad as it is. That's, you know, the facts of life. So money, I would say, is probably like second when it comes to that list. Fame and power I don't really care about, but money is pretty darn important. But love is definitely the most important. If you could live in any era or time period, what would it be and why? This is actually a really hard one for me. I can't exactly think of a time period in the past that I would really want to live in. I've taken so many history classes, and every time we review them, there's always something that just makes me not want to have lived in that time. I guess if I had to really pick a time, it would be like the future, not really the past. I'm so into like technology and things like that I think the future would be an awesome place to be, just to see how we've changed and how far we've come. But I also think it would be depressing because the earth is probably going to be in like complete shambles in the future. So yeah, but I definitely would not go anywhere in the past. There is nowhere in the past that I want to go. Nowhere. Well, I guess fashion-wise, I'd love to live in the Victorian period. I've always thought Victorian dresses are beautiful, so for fashion reasons, the Victorian period. If you had to redo your entire wardrobe with 2 stores, what would they be and why? This one's pretty hard as well. I would say, if I had to redo my whole wardrobe, Zara would be one. I think Zara is great for like staple pieces, really basics. You can find really great stuff at Zara that's not basic, but I think they're great for really structured and tailored pieces. So Zara is definitely one. And number 2 would be, let's think, probably H&M. I love H&M. The only thing I don't shop at H&M a lot because their prices are pretty outrageous, and their sizing makes me like have a hard time when I'm shopping in there because their sizing is so different from every other sizing, because it is a European-based store. So not that they don't have US sizes, but the US sizes are off from other US sizes, if that makes sense. But H&M is great for more decorative pieces, so I think I'd fill my closet with Zara for basics and H&M for like the more extravagant things. Do you recall what you were doing on this day a year ago? What's today? The 22nd of September. Oh, I don't remember. Earlier this month, last year, I was in New York. I do remember that. It's a Saturday, so I probably wasn't doing much. I was probably at home filming, probably at that. But no, I don't think I was doing anything important. But about, I guess, 2 weeks ago, a year ago, I was in New York, which was pretty cool, so. Do you have recurring dreams? If so, explain. I sort of don't want to explain this, but I do. I constantly have recurring dreams, and they're never good dreams. They're always horrible nightmares. I'm pretty darn terrified of a lot of things, which is pretty sad to say. I hate admitting to it, but I am. I have a lot of fears, and not like fear of dying or fear of growing old or fear of being alone. Not fears like that, like genuine like fears of the dark. I'm afraid of the dark. I am, and fears of other things that I'd rather not mention, but yeah, I constantly have nightmares. It's ridiculous, and most of my recurring dreams are nightmares. I constantly have recurring dreams that are nightmares, and they're usually absolutely ridiculous. I don't really want to go into details about said dreams because most people would probably just laugh at them, but they scare me to death. I can, however, tell you guys, I don't know if you guys knew this or if I've ever mentioned it before, I'm deathly afraid of orangutans, and people always giggle at me, they always laugh at me when I tell them this, but I'm really scared of orangutans, and it's because when I was younger, I had a dream about them, like, chasing me and killing me, so as funny as it may seem to others, and it does sound funny when I actually say it, but to me it's absolutely scary, and I've had that dream recurs constantly, and I hate it. What is your horoscope? What's my horoscope? Am I supposed to like tell you my daily horoscope or something? My star sign is Aries. That's my zodiac sign. Let's look up Aries horoscope for today. Aries horoscope. Okay. I actually follow zodiacsigns.tumblr.com, so I'm not really into zodiac signs. I don't really believe in them too much, but I do think some of them are pretty truthful when they talk about like the general characteristics of Aries and stuff, so it's pretty interesting. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna read you guys, this is my horoscope. I'm gonna read you it for Aries. Partnerships grow more demanding when the sun enters your 7th house of relationships today. Although you can be very generous, there are times when you simply forget about other people's needs. It's not really true. Stopping long enough to consciously consider what someone else wants helps to make things run much smoother throughout the rest of the year. Okay. I didn't really like that. That was my horoscope though, so whatever. What does your dream bedroom look like? You can see my bedroom back here. This was my dream bedroom like a few years ago, but now I hate it. I hate my bedroom to death. But every time I think of like what I would paint my apartment, when I get my apartment, what I want my bedroom to look like, it's very clean and very classic. I feel like my room is so cluttered and so in your face, and that's why I hate it so much, is you get tired of it so easily, and it's hard to decorate because the walls are freaking hot pink. So my dream bedroom would have like really light mint green walls, like just tinted mint green slightly, so it never really got too outrageous, with white bedding and sort of like crystal, the crystal desks and the crystal dressers that everyone has. I love those, that are literally like crystal or diamond or whatever drawer sets. They're beautiful. So something like that just all around the room, and then just, you know, simple decoration pieces. That would be my dream bedroom in total. And I've always wanted a beautiful white canopy above the bed. I think those are so pretty. What positions do you sleep in? I really don't have a set position that I sleep in. I usually sleep on my side, on like, I guess my right side. I don't know. But I change position a lot. I can never really get comfortable when I'm sleeping, so I don't really have a set position. Who is your favorite, why did I say that so weird? Who is your favorite vampire of all time? I don't like this question because I know that people are going to get angry at me for my answer. I never really watched vampire movies before Twilight, so sorry if you hate Twilight. Dracula is a pretty darn cool vampire. I do agree. He's cool, and there's been some actors that play him that are really attractive. So Dracula is definitely on my list, but in Twilight, Who's my favorite? I feel really sad that I can't even think of his name right now. I haven't watched Twilight in forever. Dr. Cullen Carlisle. He is my favorite vampire in the Twilight series. I love him to death. Oh my gosh. And my favorite werewolf is Paul. I love Paul. Just love him. I'm like addicted to him, I'm just saying. What are you currently wearing on your feet? Nothing. I'm sitting in a chair in my bedroom, so I have no shoes on. Do you have neat handwriting? Show us. I do have neat handwriting, but I can't find anything to show you. I don't have a pen around me. I guess I can, well, I don't want to show you that. I don't know how I can show you. I'll insert a picture right here of my handwriting. Okay, so that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know this was probably super long. I didn't even count to see how long it took me, but I hope it wasn't like too ridiculous. I'm so sorry if it was really long, but it was a request, so I decided to just do it. Like I said, I don't like tags because I ramble too much, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, subscribe, send me your requests because I am getting around to them, obviously, and I will see you guys later.